January 7th. They'll be taking on Murray State at the Knapp Center. Tickets start at $9. Visit the Drake men's basketball team's website for when the game time is. The Des Moines Buccaneers are back at Buccaneer Arena on January 7th to face the Sioux Falls Stampede. Game night promotions include a hat and mitten toss. Puck drops at 6 p.m. Tickets start at $10. Want to catch Des Moines? Then catch us at catchdesmoines.com.
The following show on 1021 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Morning, everybody. Morning, Michael. All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan, brought to you in part by our friends out at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Last show of the year. Can you believe it? It's hard to believe. Good morning, Blaze. Good morning, Michael. Good to see you on Facebook Live over there. We're going to do a recap of 2022. We got Kira over there producing the show for us. Andrew, I have no idea where Andrew is. So we got a lot to talk about here in the next 2 hours. If you want to call in and say hi, the phone lines are 244-1350, 244-1350. Or you can always message us on Facebook Live. We got Facebook Live running thanks to the guys and gals over at Imperial RV Center. All right, lot to do. Let me tell you about Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage real quick. $60 a month gets you 1 month free when you pay for the year. Good morning, Tony. You get a 12 by 50 assigned spot, secured gates, 24/7 access, security cameras, discounts for multiple spots. All you need to do is make an appointment, fill out the application, and you get to actually pick your spot that you want. Locally owned and operated down there in Carlisle, Iowa. Tracy, Dick, and Danielle will do a great job for you. 515-822-1362 is the number to call. Tell them Outdoors Dan sent you. All righty. What are you going to do, huh? So, we got a couple things I'll tell you, news, notes, and nugs, just real quick. I got a new show, two new shows starting on the Outdoor Call Radio app next week. We got the Crappie Connection, and that is a gentleman out of down south who's a professional walleye guy, or crappie guy, and his name is Brad Chappell, and I talked to Brad, really super nice guy. And they're going to have a lot of tips and stories and stuff for you every week. That's going to be on Tuesdays. So we got a really good fishing lineup on Tuesdays. We got Bass Edge with Aaron Martin, Jason Mitchell Outdoor Television, and then we're going to be having Brad and his crew at the Crappie Connection. So how about that? And then we got a saltwater show coming on, but I don't know. I haven't heard when that's going to start airing or not. So that's our buddy over at the Outdoor Drive that's trying to work that out. But got 3 solid good fishing shows for you to listen to every Tuesday on the Outdoor Call Radio app. It's always free. Good morning, Jeff Knudsen. Good morning, Sonia. God bless you. Happy 2023 too. Good morning, Paula. Sitting in the blind, waiting for the big one. Well, there you go. Go get them. That's awesome. You know, that's really nice when people tell me they're listening while they're in the blind hunting. I think that's a compliment. You know, I'd be focusing on my deer myself, but thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. Oh, let's see. So we're looking forward to that. Good morning, Jason. Happy New Year to you. Good to see you. So that's going to be good. Now, the other show that we'll have that's going to start January 11th, and that's going to be called The Unknown Files. That's that spooky show I've been telling you about. The first show we're going to have is going to be Tobe Johnson and his producer they did a movie last year called Flash of Beauty that really, really pretty well done documentary on Bigfoot. And so if you like the big fella and ghosts and all that other stuff, that's going to be a show that you're going to want to check out. That's going to be every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the Outdoor Call Radio app. So good morning, Jace. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. So I got a guy from MUFON, which is the UFO National Network. And this guy actually is a submarine model maker for the Navy. And he was telling me some stuff that he had actually seen while on submarines. on Sonar that, well, just listen to the show because I'm going to just tell you right now, some of the stuff he was telling me was blowing my mind because there's just no way possible for some of the stuff he was telling me to. There's nothing known man-made that can do some of the stuff he was telling me they were seeing on Sonar. So that's going to be a really interesting show. We're going to have a really nice lady on from Gettysburg. She lives out in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and she does ghost tours. And she's going to talk about some of the things that they've experienced while out there, hearing phantom cannon fire, gunshots, seeing soldiers. I always, see, that's the reason why I thought it would be kind of fun to do this kind of show because I grew up on this stuff. I always thought ghosts and Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. Who didn't like reading about that stuff when you were a kid, right? So I just think this is going to be kind of fun. Good morning, Richard. And then we got a Respect the Game TV Living podcast that's going to start as soon as I can get Larry McCoy to quit hunting. We're going to start doing that. Gettysburg is spooky for sure. I will, Jason, I'm going to make it to Gettysburg. That's on my bucket list to go see. And I've never been there, but I've been close. But I should have made time and went. But yeah, I'm definitely going to go check that out. I love Civil War history. It's really weird. When I was a kid, I hated history, and as I gotten older, I appreciate it. I read all about the Revolutionary War and the Civil War, and civil rights. There's the Indian Wars. Oh my gosh. Was I lied to as a kid about the Indian Wars? I'm just telling you right now. I mean, I really like going back and reading about all that stuff now, and as I get older, you will enjoy it. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Good morning, Ryan. Good to see you, buddy. So we got the Unknown Files starting January 11th. We got the Crappie Connection starting Tuesday. We'll have RTG Living. That'll be your chance to talk to Larry, Ryan, and Paul and I from the TV show. And then we got a new gun show starting probably in 2 weeks. Kurt from Working Class Bow Hunters is going to let me know as soon as he gets that going. Morning, Mountain Man. Mountain Man's out there by Gettysburg. It's going to be a really, really well done show. Kurt said this guy knows firearms inside and out, and he is a war veteran, and so it's always nice to support the vets and the troops. So I'm looking forward. So we got some new good programming coming to an already good lineup on the Outdoor Call Radio. So if you haven't downloaded that yet, please do. Now, the one last thing I'll talk about that. Good morning, James. How you doing, buddy? The last thing I'll talk about the app this morning is we're going to be giving away about a $6,000 prize. That is going to start. You're going to be able to start qualifying for that on Monday. And all I will tell you is you have to download and listen to the Outdoor Call Radio app to learn how to enter. You will be able to enter on the TV show if you watch Respect the Game TV, but that's probably going to be a few weeks away. You can start trying to enter on the radio on Monday. Just listen. It's going to be pretty obvious. And I can't tell you more than that because I promised everybody I was going to keep all that app specific. So for everybody that listened on Wednesday on the Wednesday Drive on the app, they got the lowdown. So they got a little bit of a head start on you. But if you just listen, you'll get it. It's going to be super easy to enter. And whoever wins that's going to get a $4,500 whitetail hunt to Triple H Outfitters, thanks to Donovan. They're going to get a $1,000 bow from Elite Archery. That's you'll get the one I shoot on the TV show. You'll get a shoulder mount. You'll get a game hide certificate, a pure whitetail certificate. I got to talk to Josh and Grant about that, but I'm sure they'll be up for that. And it'll be almost $6,000 by the time we're done. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, there you go. If you've ever wanted to hunt Kansas, this will be a really easy way for you to try to do that. And it'll be good until you draw. So it's just not a one and done. Good morning, Hoyt. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see everybody out there. All right. Super Bowl. We're going to have a Super Bowl broadcast whenever that is. I'll be out at Lotta Pop this Saturday before the game. And we'll have a bunch of prizes, and I got a pair of diamond earrings I'm saving for that. You know, That way, when you watch you have your Super Bowl party, you can give your loved one a pair of diamond earrings for letting you have a party. How about that? Courtesy of Herman's Fine Jewelers. Randy Munson. Randy says, hey, my 2 grandsons were listening to your show, headed up to Northeast Iowa pheasant hunting. We'll bring back a couple can of beans for you. Happy New Year's. Thank you, Randy. Good luck. Boy, pheasant season's been good. I had Jim Coffey on the radio on Wednesday, on the Wednesday Drive, and our deer numbers were really good this year. We still got late season and a couple other late seasons coming up, late muzzleloader. But the deer reports have been very, very good. I think we had a dozen new cases of chronic wasting disease that were tested positive, which is sad to hear. But other than that, the deer numbers have been really good for the hunting season. So congratulations to everybody that tagged out in Iowa, and we'll get out there. So, boy, I tell you what, that cold snap, as cold as it was, the deer were on the food. If you had standing beans or corn, that's where the deer were. Because, man, I had deer all over the backyard. It was crazy. They were doing everything they could to get into a bird feeder, or they were hungry. So I'm sure they're enjoying the 60-degree weather we've been having. I don't know. I'd rather keep it about 40, 45, best weather. I just don't like 60 degrees in January. I know I'm in the minority. But I don't know. Everybody ice fishing, they don't want to be out there fishing in the ice melting on. So, boy, my buddy Gary up in Minnesota, they got 22 inches of snow the other day, and he was hammering 35-inch northerns. So he's having a good time up in Minnesota. That's a good thing. All right, let's see, 7-11 and some change. I think I got everything on the notes and nugs. Told you about the Triple H, told you about the Crappie Connection, the Unknown Files, Super Bowl at Lotta Pop. We'll have some popcorn to give away, plus some other prizes for that. Yeah, I think I'm all caught up. How about that? I don't think I missed anything. Oh, I'm giving away a $100 gift card to Bojangle Baits, courtesy of Bo, and I drew the winner this morning, and his name is Travis Mueller. Travis Mueller, congratulations, Travis. You are the proud new owner of a $100 gift card to Bojangle Baits. So how he won that is we do a snapshot contest on the Outdoor Call Radio app. Hey, Jimmy Cox, how's it going, man? Happy New Year. Hi, Paul Kelly. Good morning. Good to see you. And basically all you do is you just take a screenshot of whatever show you're listening to Monday through Sunday, and you email that to me, and I put you in the drawing. It's super easy, and I don't even know if Travis knows he won yet. I got to email him. Here's Travis right here. Let me just take care of this while I'm on the air. Hi, Travis. How you doing? Hi, Travis. Just wanted to let you know. Wow, it's kind of like typing it out for me. That's pretty cool. You won the Bojangle gift card. Please email me your email, home address. I don't need your email. I already got your email. Your home address and so. Congrats. How about that? That's awesome. I'm sure he'll be happy. Thank you, Bojangle. Good morning, Richard. Happy New Year, buddy. Good to see you. So, hey, the guys at Pure Whitetail, they crack me up. Josh and Grant. So, I got a $100 gift card to Pure Whitetail for Christmas from a friend of mine, and so I went on there and I was kind of looking for something about, what was I going to buy, and they came out with these mystery boxes. They said they had 20 mystery boxes that were worth over $100 for $49. So by the time I get on there and click all the preferences, because you have to select like your shirt size and what kind of feed or mineral that you want to use, and blah, 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 blah. By the time I did all that, got back, tried to put it in my cart, they were already sold out. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. I wish I could sell stuff like they do. It's like they're marketing phenomenons. You know, kind of crazy. All right, tell you what, let me take a real quick break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Do you love hearing that old Tom sound off while you're in the field? Well, then you need to check out Alive Action Decoys. Hey guys, it's Outdoors Dan here. Alive Action Decoys are one of the most realistic decoy systems you can.
What's going on, everybody? Everybody having a good day? Hope so.
Teresa Goddard start with a Dave Smith Gobbler decoy and then apply their patented system.
Thank you, Kevin. Same for you, man. Appreciate that. Very nice of you.
Side to side and even walk that Tom up and back while.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna want to start listening Monday. We're gonna give that hunt away. I forgot to tell everybody. We're gonna give that hunt away like April 2nd or 3rd. So we'll give that away right before we head down to Triple H to go turkey hunting.
At 815-674-1626. Take it from me, Outdoors Dan. They're going to help you be
call that
more
number,
successful.
Will, and see if he answers. I don't know if he will.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If you are, we'd like to introduce you to Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping supplies cold and fresh wherever your adventure.
Trying to ambush call Larry Mack.
Or a rugged ice substitute that maintains low temperature longer than a.
He says he's up every morning at 6.
Slushy mess that can contaminate what's in your
I'd be
cooler.
sleeping.
If you like to hunt or fish, look at the Alaskan series.
Well, this last 2 weeks, man, I've been sleeping in. I've just been tired. That COVID just knocks you out.
Try the Tundra packs that can keep your wild game.
Felt like I had 50 pounds of weight on me. I just had no energy. Other than that, I was all right. Except I was coughing.
Beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than what a bag of ice can. If you want your game.
Yeah, he's probably sleeping in, Blaze. He's not answering. Either that or he went down to the farm. He could be hunting. He had some bucks daylighting down in Missouri.
At Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
Kira's leaving a message. That's so nice.
When it comes to food plot seed and deer feed, the Mississippi-based Backwoods Attractions product line has you covered. From their food plot blends like Trophy Acre, Lazy Acre, Clover Deluxe, and the popular Dixie 6.
He's either hunting or sleeping.
Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber.
He's had a rough
week. It is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small to large acreage, Backwoods Attraction has.
Did you guys see that Buck Rhonda Vanderpool shot down at Triple H? She shot a big one. Go on the Virtue TV's Facebook page if you want to see it. Whoever wins that hunt's going to have a chance of getting something that big. I mean, Donovan told me he had 2 deer over 200 inches running around down there.
Handmade ice cream shakes waiting for you.
And that's just what he knows about.
Specialize in great food like buttermilk fried chicken, smoked pulled pork, grilled salmon, or an Iowa pork tenderloin, to name just a few. Central Standard Restaurant features.
Hey James, that sounds like fun. Good for you guys.
The daily mac and cheese specials will bring a smile to any kid from 5 to 50. The shakes are just like Mom and Dad had back.
That was a nice buck, wasn't it, Blaze?
Central Standard
I'm telling you.
features shakes like birthday cake,
Rhonda did good.
strawberry cheesecake, chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla are always available as
Her
well.
buck is a toad.
Screen TVs and plenty of local and domestic brews. You'll be relaxed and enjoying your time at the Central Standard so much it'll become one of your go-to places. Carry out is always
Morning,
available at
Chris.
Central Standard. Central Standard Restaurant is located at 1222 Southeast University in Waukee, Iowa. Just a short drive from anywhere. Central Standard Restaurant, the perfect place to fill your tank when you're hungry.
Oh, she
Hey
did.
guys, Outdoors Dan here. Do you have a message that you need help getting out, or do you need help promoting your business? If you do, we need to have a chat. You ever thought about letting your vehicle do
Happy
that
New Year,
while
Neil.
you're out driving around town? If you haven't, let's talk a little bit about Chase Decals in Ames, Iowa, and what they can do for you. I just got my truck wrapped up at Chase Decals in Ames, and they did an amazing job. Josh, Bob, and the staff took the time to find out exactly what my needs were, what my goals were going to be.
Need a haircut.
They went to work designing a wrap that just
Hair
pops
sticking
off
out.
my ZR7. Now, wherever I go, folks will be talking about the Outdoor Call Radio Network. If you
Jenny's
need
been on me about a week now. Get your hair cut, you
what
hippie.
exactly your business does,
I tell you.
pick up the phone and call Josh
Look
at
at that.
515-292.
I want to grow it out though, you know.
515-292-6466.
Get it all puffed out.
Or go online
Yeah.
at chasedecals.com.
I think I need. I'll be 59 here in a month or so. I think I should have a mullet, don't you? I want to get my mullet going again. They say mullets are coming back, right? Jim, I'd love to come out there and pheasant hunt with you, buddy. I just don't know if I got a couple things going in February though. I would love to come out there though.
You're listening to the Outdoor.
I know one thing. I'd be taking Interstate 70 instead of 80 next time. Jan? All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. So, I was telling everybody on the hunt, we're giving that big hunt away out to Triple H Outfitters. We're going to draw that. The winner of that hunt will be like what is that? April 1st or 2nd, so or 3rd, whatever that Saturday, first Saturday is, right before we go turkey hunting. We'll draw the winner, so you'll have about 12 weeks to try to get in and win that. So, just got an invite to go pheasant hunting in Pennsylvania from Jim. Thanks, Jim. But if you ever go out to Pennsylvania, let me give you a word of advice: don't take 80 all the way out there. Too many tolls. Take 70. I know it's a little bit staggering, but you get to come in through West Virginia. It's really pretty out there, and you have no tolls. Because I'm telling you, they kind of sneak on you, and right before you get into Pennsylvania, they'll, even if they have the tolls closed, shut up, Mountain Man. You know I'm telling the truth. Even if they get, Larry and I drove out there. It was like we drove through a rainstorm, right? So they had the toll roads all shut off, and anyway, I get to where we're going, Larry and I, and they tell me that, they're still going to probably send you a ticket even though the toll is closed. I said, well, how can they do that? They said, well, they do that. I thought, well, that's kind of stupid. I'm sorry. So when I went home, I said, enough of that. I went 70. So if you go to PA, go 70. Yeah, you won't get to drive by Cleveland. You know, is that where the Football Hall of Fame is, or is it in Cleveland?
No idea.
I know there's one Hall of Fame that's in Cleveland. I think it's in Cleveland, or I know it's not Cincinnati. I don't know. Hey, Brant. Good morning, Brant. Did you hear me talk about that side-by-side 20 gauge I got? Huh? I'm telling you what, buddy. I'm ready to go bust some pheasants and quail with turkeys with that one.
It's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No, isn't the Football Hall of Fame in Cleveland? No, you know what? It's not. It's in Ohio, but I don't think it's in Cleveland. No tolls, but 70 is absolutely horrendous and probably the scariest ride of your life once you get into PA. Well, I know, Jim, but I don't stay on 70. I shoot up through West Virginia. I'm going to tell you something. Where that Cabela's is in West Virginia, that is one of the prettiest things I've ever seen in my life. You go down this real long drop and down the mountain. There's some mountains there, and you come around this little curve, and there's Cabela's. That was one of the prettiest things I've seen in a long, long time. Now I'll tell you, it's like, do you ever go up to La Crosse, Wisconsin? If you ever go down to La Crosse, Wisconsin, if you shoot across 90 and you go down into La Crosse, you do the same thing. You go down this big, long hill, which is really, really cool. That's always been one of my favorite things to drive down there, too. Canton. Thank you, Neil. It's in Canton, Ohio. I appreciate that. February 25th, if you're open, is the date. Thank you, Jim. Hall of Fame is in Canton. Thanks, Brant. Let's see, get caught up. Canton. Football Hall is Canton. Tony Sowers, how about I-90? Thank you, Tony. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland. There you go. Did you ever watch the Drew Carey Show? I watched that on, I don't know what I was watching yesterday, but that kind of came on. I forgot how funny that show was. That was a funny show. Just stick to 80. Just don't have Christy Mon as your wingman. He misses flying deer. Chris misses a lot of things, Richard. He does. He does. All right, January, year in review. January of this year was a pretty special month for me. That's when we launched the Outdoor Call radio app. And I want to thank everybody that has downloaded the app. I think we were up to 50,000 listeners, people that have listened in this month. So I want to thank everybody that either got on the players or got the apps and took advantage of that. We gave away almost $20,000 in prizes this year on the app. So everybody that won, congratulations, and we'll do it again in 23. We want to keep it going. So 2022 in January, that was to have my own radio station was pretty special. And I want to thank all the fine folks that have been helping me do content on the app and everything. Let me do that real quick so I don't forget anybody. I'm just typing in the outdoorcallradio.com, which is the website for the app. But I want to thank Darren Christenberry and Nathan Brooks, who helped me do Hunting for X's every Monday. I want to thank the T-Man, Trevor on the Outdoor Drive, Sam Thrash and the gang down at Fall of Session in Texas, and Josh and Grant and Nate over at Pure Whitetail. That's the lineup on Mondays. Tuesdays, I want to thank Aaron Martin at Bass Edge. I want to thank Jason Mitchell Outdoors Television. Thanks to Jason and Taylor. We just had Taylor on the show 2 weeks ago. I like Taylor Michael, good guy. Brad's going to be on the Crappie Connection I just told you about. George and Diane Lynch, I want to thank them from Legendary Gear. Michael Lee from Backwoods Life. And Mountain Man and the Pitzer from Pennsylvania, the Keystone Experience. I want to thank all those fine folks. Thursdays, I want to thank Hank Shaw, who helped me do Hunt, Gather, or Talk. He does the hunting show, the cooking show there. Scotty Lasith, the sporting chef and Dead Meat, and Jonathan Odell. I want to thank him from the Back Burner. And let's see. Fridays, I want to thank Logan Hanks and all the gang there from Talk Dirt to Me. The great farming show. They talk hunting, guns. They talk about everything. The Healthy Herd, that's been Dunnigan and I from Backwoods Wildlife Products. If you ever want to learn about food plots, that's the place to go. We talk about anything and everything you want to know about food plots and how to put them in. What's the best brassicas for what part of the country? Small grains. As far as fertilizer and lime. When you need the lime, when you don't. We talk about everything. We throw a little hunting in there too. But Cody Kelly gets on there once in a while with us. But thanks to Ben. Ben really does a great job with that. Steph Lane. Steph does a podcast called the Woods and Waters Project, and she's a big outdoor mentor down in southeast Iowa. So thanks to Steph. And the gang over at Working Class Bow Hunters. They're on every Friday night at 9:30. And then Saturdays and Sundays is usually my stuff. So I want to thank everybody for doing that. And coming soon, Unknown Files, and we got more shows coming. So thanks to everybody for helping me get that launched and doing that. Hey, and also, I talked about this earlier in the year. If you guys are out there listening to this and you ever wanted to get a radio show, all you got to do if you want to PM me, if you got all the gear to do a show and you know how to edit, give me an email or shoot me a private message, and I'd be willing to talk to you, because if you got a good idea and if you can put 25-30 minutes together, if you can make a commitment to do that every week, then I might actually make a slot for you on the Outdoor Call Radio. And when we launched that in January, I told you that was one of my goals. I wanted to give back to people that might not ever have a chance of doing radio. I'm celebrating my 25th year of being on the air this year on the radio show. The show's been on that long. I don't know how, but it has. And we wanna just give back as much as we can. We always try to give back on the show. But you know what? I'm willing to pass the torch along and help somebody. Because I remember when I started, I had so many people back home tell me I would never make it. I mean, honestly, it was disheartening. And it's like, no, you know what? I know there's, for some reason, God put a bow in my hand, and it just consumed me. And, I probably neglected some things I shouldn't have neglected at the time, but I just had a passion for it, and I just knew I was supposed to do something with it. And You know, here a quarter of a century later, I'm doing it for a living. So if I can help somebody else get started, I'm willing to do that. So if you ever wanted to have an outdoor show, if you think you got you know, whether it's hunting or fishing, if you're a camping enthusiast, if you like to, you know, go out and you do a ton of camping and you know a lot about woodsmanship, and you know, if you go out to national parks and you want to talk about parks and stuff, that would be a good show that I think would be a good spot on the network. If you are if you like to cook, morning Wade out there at Live Action Decoys. If you're an outdoor cook and you like doing recipes and stuff like that, we could always make room for more cooking shows. So you know what? Like I said, if you're interested in doing that for half an hour, just get a hold of me and we'll talk. And yeah, you might be surprised if it's a really good show. If I know that you're going to commit to it 52 weeks a year and get some shows built up, you know what? I might not even ask you for anything to put you on the network. You know, I might just do it for the content. I'll help out as much as I can. I mean, we all got bills to pay, right? I know I got bills. My lab keeps eating stuff. I got to take him to the emergency room all the time. That's not cheap, man. I'm telling you, that's $600 every time I take him in there. It's crazy.
It's a good segment idea.
What's that?
What did Raven eat this week?
Yeah, but then you'd have to interview that dog. That dog is so spoiled, it's ridiculous. My wife made him, what did she make him yesterday? She made him talk about, not stir fry. What's another Oriental dish? Chow mein. She made him chicken chow mein. Homemade chicken chow. Oh, she fixes him stuff all the time and puts it on his kibble. She gives him like a couple teaspoons.
Yeah,
that dog eats like a human, man.
You've got to put this in the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm already doing enough shows. I don't want to do any more shows. I got 5 shows I'm doing a week now, and trust me, you guys are going to get sick of hearing from me. I'm just telling you, I'm on the air too much. But good morning, Randy. Good to see you. I mean, I love doing it, and I love talking to you, but enough's enough. So, because between the Sunday show down in St. Louis on the Big 550, the Saturday morning show here, and then I'm doing Hunting for X's, the Healthy Herd, and then the Wednesday Drive and the Unknown Files. What is that? That's 6 shows. That's too much. Too much me. We need some new people. So anyway, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you want to get into, if you've always wanted to have an outdoor show, and you need some help, but you're willing to commit, and you got the recording stuff, just message me and we'll see if I can't help you get you on the radio. Okay? Good morning, Randy. How you doing, buddy? I've been trying to talk a couple people into doing shows. I got a couple buddies of mine, Lance and Mike Rains out at the Olive Tap. Now, see, they would be really good on the radio because Mike is always out there doing competition, smoking, grilling, and stuff like that. Lance is a good chef, but I just think he's a little leery of making a commitment to that much time. But I'm getting closer, I think. I am. 7:33. The dog eats better than you do, Dan. Well, I know Jenny loves him more. That's the love of her life, man. She gets mad when I tell people that. Yeah. I looked over there yesterday. She was on the couch, the dog was on the couch, and she just looks over there and gives him a big hug and says, I love you. The dog just looks at me and goes, yeah, sucker. We know who's important in this house. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you. All right, let me take a real quick break. We come back, we're going to talk turkey season. I'll be right back on the 1350 ESPN.
If bow hunting or archery is your passion, get to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport.
I'm telling you, Randy, I'm just talking truth, man.
Hunters for generations. They have the experience to help you with your purchase and help you reach your goals. Archery Field and Sports carries archery gear from Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, and Bear, plus all the top extras and accessories you'll ever need. Mark and his staff are trained on all the latest tuning and setup techniques and are experts at personally fitting you to the bow you want. They also have a 40-yard indoor range that will help you with getting sighted in. Archery Field and Sports has leagues and personal training sessions available for you to train for the upcoming seasons that'll help you fill your tags.
What are you doing?
Field and Sports at East 56th Street in
I'm talking to you. Did are you excited?
For more information, go
Are
to
you?
archeryfield.com or call 515.
Is this Travis that I know through Dave Jones?
Hi, my name is Jackie.
You lucky little
Chick-fil-A
snot.
peppermint chip milkshake.
I didn't know if that was you or not. I didn't know because you didn't put it. I didn't know if you were there or not. So, all right. Well, I'll get Bo to email you that gift card or mail it to you. Okay. Congratulations. You're gonna love them, man. They make really good fishing baits.
For me, no milkshake is topping good peppermint
So,
chip
congrats. Make sure you tell Dave you
Chick-fil-A
won.
peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today.
All right, you
Available
do.
for a limited
Yeah.
time.
Did you have a good
Customers
Christmas?
pay for testimonials.
At American Family Life Insurance,
I always have a good Christmas if I get to talk to my family and my friends.
Life insurance is an easy way to help make that happen.
Yeah, it's more about the kids and everybody else than it is me anymore.
Pass away.
So.
Plus, life insurance is often more affordable than you think. Let's talk about options that fit you. Contact Darren Islander, agent at 515-964-7575 today.
Wow. Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000
Okay.
American Parkway.
Well, listen, I gotta let you go, Trav. I'm on the air, so I'll talk to you later. I just want to give you a holler and say congrats. Yeah, give me a few days, and I'm sure you'll have that within the next week and a half. Okay. Thanks, Trav.
Shortly thereafter, you may
Bye bye. Happy New Year, buddy.
sick. Your doctor may
Bye
or
bye.
may not test you for Lyme disease. The test may
Travis is from Mitchellville, Iowa.
may or may not get the medication needed.
Well, Gary, good New Year to you, buddy.
On time.
Working on your trolling motor.
Complications. Don't take that chance. Get Elimitic clothing from Gamehide.
Blaze, you're in Maryland? Really? That's awesome. Man, you got good seafood out there, man.
Retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible. Wearing Elimitic can help protect you from ticks, chiggers, and other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality Gamehide hunting clothing.
Blaze, what's a non-resident turkey tag in Maryland?
Taping your own hunts is an exciting way to capture the moment. Fourth Arrow camera arms can help you video easier in the field.
I'm glad your turkey numbers are good, man. That's awesome.
Their patented shoulder system is also very adaptable to any tree or ground blind setup. The bases are affordable and
Morning, Al.
set up for various
Happy New Year, buddy.
Multiple camera arms are available.
Tell Barb hi.
The Stiff Arm Pro and Stiff Arm Elite. They're made of high quality aluminum.
Those smash burgers looked really good the other day you were making.
For ground blind hunters, there's the tripod and monopod options. They're quiet and maneuver easily within the blind. All models can handle consumer.
Thank you, Blaze.
And perform quietly in the field. You can even
Man, if I came out to Maryland, I'd be eating me some seafood, buddy.
to tape your hunts this season. Check out Fourth Arrow Camera.
I've never hunted Maryland. Well, there's good waterfowl hunting out there too. You guys got a lot of good hunting and fishing. Thank you, Kurt.
Love to transform your wild game into delicious meals or great tasting snacks.
All right, I'm gonna give away. I'm gonna do a giveaway. I got a brand spanking new High Mountain sausage making kit. So if you're listening, if you're watching and listening in Iowa, and you want to try and win this here, you just need to be able to pick it up. I can't ship it; they won't let me ship anything out of the station. But this is actually a variety pack. It's got 4 different things in there. I love this stuff. It's easy to make and it tastes awesome.
Spicing up kitchens and grills all across the country. Look for High Mountain.
Blaze, it's hard for me to get away, man, because I'm doing too many radio shows now. So, good morning, Skippy. Happy New Year to you, buddy. Hope you guys have a great New Year. But Blaze, I appreciate the invite.
Favorite grilling meats taste great.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. I've been visiting with everybody on Facebook Live during the break. No rest for me, man. I'm always working. Hey, for the brand new year, my friends at High Mountain sent me a home sausage making kit, a variety pack. It's got jalapeno, cracked pepper, and garlic and Hunter's blend. So there's This is enough to make 45 pounds of sausage. If you want to try to get this, 244-1350, 244-1350. Call Kira, get their little whiteboard going, and she'll start lining up the calls, and we'll start the last giveaway of the year. I got a couple of those to give away. Teresa, hi Dan. I have an idea for a show that would produce endless content. I will run it by you by the Deer Classic. Teresa, that's awesome. Why wait? You and Wade, I'm telling you what. I just wait a minute. The West Place of Al, don't be telling me that when I'm on the radio, man. Al just told me there's a flock of 40 turkeys. Man, I already flipped the switch. I did. I'm on turkey mode now. I am. I am on turkey mode. I cannot wait for turkey season. I already know what setup I'm going to use. I already know what broadheads I'm going to use. I've got Wade and Teresa. They own a Live Action Decoys over in Illinois. They're a U.S. company, and we work with them. We're actually going to be giving away at the Outdoor Call Radio booth at the Iowa Deer Classic. We're going to be doing a giveaway involving them and Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls. So make sure if you go to the Deer Classic, make sure you stop by and say hi and get in some of those contests. Let's see. February, before I get on turkey season, February, Beast Feast is going to be February 18th. So February 18th, and that'll be at Stony Creek Inn. If you want tickets for that event, you just go to the Family Cancer Network on Facebook, and you'll be able to get on the website and get a hold of them, and you'll be able to get your tickets or a table, whatever you need, and we'll have a good time. I don't know how many years this is now. 16? Is it 16 years we've been doing this? I think almost 16 years. So I know we've raised over almost $300,000 to help kids with cancer. So, but that's always a fun event, and I'll look forward to seeing you out there at Stony Creek Inn. March is going to be the Iowa Deer Classic. We had a great Deer Classic this year for 22. We actually started our first booth. We had our very first booth at the Iowa Deer Classic. Usually I just hung out at Sportsman's Warehouse's booth, but those guys got so much going on, they kicked me out. So I said, fine, we'll just get our own booth, and we gave away, what did we give away? We gave away a Frankenstrutter from a Live Action Decoys. That's that not stuffed, but a Dave Smith decoy that has Wade's patent and tail technology on it. We gave one of those away. We gave away a brand new Elite bow, and morning James. Jimmy, how's it going, buddy? We're going to give away some other stuff. He's got this new tail system that's really, really cool, and I'm gonna actually use this on Respect the Game TV this spring. It's basically a tail fan, okay, but it's gonna have a string system on it where you can pop that stake up, and you'll be able to. I think you can turn it if I understood him right, but you're gonna be able to articulate that tail. What's kind of neat about that is you could take your hen, I'm gonna put 1 or 2 feeding hens out. And then I'm going to put an alert hen or a breeding hen. And then I'm going to take that tail stake and I'm going to put that right in the middle of that spread. And then that way when I get a tom gobbling, or if I see a tom popping in a strut, I'm going to pop that tail so it looks like there's a tom trying to breed or out there strutting and around those hens. It's going to drive them absolutely nuts. So we'll show you, talk more about that as we get closer. Let me go talk to Richard on the phones real quick here. Richard, good morning. How are you?
Good. How you doing today?
What are you up to?
Well, actually, driving my wife to Indianola so she can go to Branson, Missouri.
You're driving her to Indianola to go to Branson.
Meeting somebody, and they're going to...
Oh, okay. I didn't know if she was connected into a stagecoach or a bus or... I don't know what's going on.
Friend.
Yeah.
Or another friend.
Well, that's good, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Happy New Year. Richard, would you like that sausage making kit?
I sure would.
It's yours. Happy New Year.
All right. Can I pick it up today? Or?
Nope. You're going to actually have to pick that up during normal business hours.
Okay.
Tuesday, after Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay, now wait a minute. Kira's going to need to get your phone number and some other information, so don't hang up,
sure.
Okay?
Yep.
All right.
Right.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
All right. There goes Richard. Hang on, Richard. So anyway, all right, April. So here's my turkey setup for April. Okay. I had a really I struggled this April 2, 2022. I struggled. I usually, not bragging, I just hunt. I get to hunt a little bit more than most people because of the TV show. But usually I take 4 to 5 turkeys a year. That's why I'm up to 91 birds with my bow. I really thought, I was getting cocky, and I go, well, I'll be up to 94, 95, and then in 23 I might be able to break 100. Well, just when you think you know it all and you're really good, God has a way of just humbling you. I got 1 bird in 2022, and it was a tough season. I have never in my life drove down to Kansas and not shot a bird. Never. I've been hunting down there for 15, 16 years. I have never not shot a bird down there. And I drove down there 3 times and I did not tag a bird. Can you believe that? That was humiliating, I'm telling you. God humbled me on that one, that's for sure. But anyway, I did get a nice one in Iowa. Now this year, like I said, I'm going to still use my feeding hen, my alert hen, and a breeding hen. And I'm going to probably use that new tail stake deal that Wade and Teresa are doing on live action decoys. Usually I use a Dave Smith Jake Strutter, and I've had really good luck with that. I use a real tail fan spread out, and if there's any kind of breeze that Jake Strutter will actually move a little bit. Any kind of movement on that, the birds can't take it. It drives them nuts because it looks like a real turkey. That's going to be my decoy setup. Now for my broadheads this year, the last couple of years I've been shooting them in the head, and I've been using those decaps. I'm not going to do that this year. I'm actually going to use the torch. That's that new mechanical Slick Trick came out with. It's a rear deploy broadhead. And the reason I'm going to do that is I just want to be able to shoot with the decaps and stuff. I'm pretty limited to 5 to 10 yards. If I want to make sure I'm dead on balls accurate. Yes, that's a technical term. So, what I'm going to do is I'm still going to put my decoy spread out at 10 yards, but I'm going to use that torch broadhead because that way, it was bad. Tony says all he saw were hens. That's all right, Tony. It'll get better. That way, there's 3 shots I like to take on a turkey with a bow. The Godfather from New York is watching us on Facebook Live. Ralph DiMartino, the Godfather of pavement. That's right, DiMartino Paving, right there, buddy. Happy New Year, Ralphie. I can't wait to see you, buddy. I miss you. I like them guys. Them guys from New York are a lot of fun down at Donovan's. They get like 9 or 10 guys every year, and they take over Triple H Outfitters. And I'm going to tell you something. That's a fun hunting camp. If you're ever lucky enough to be around them. And Ralph, man. Ralph is always bringing lobsters and shrimp. I don't know how he does it, man. It's just, he spoils them down there, that's for sure. He makes a salad, a seafood salad, too. It's really crazy. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Anyway, there's 3 shots I like to take on a turkey. One is with they're strutting right in towards you. I like to shoot about 1 inch above the beard. Okay. The second shot is broadside. I like to go straight up the leg. If you look on a turkey, here's a turkey's head. I'm showing everybody on Facebook Live. There's a turkey's head right here. If you look down their neck and as it goes across their body, you can see a feather line. If you go straight up the legs on a turkey when it's in full strut and you aim just right at or below the feather line, if you put that arrow right there, that's where the vital pocket. A turkey's vitals is about the size of my fist, about the size of a softball. And, it's not a huge target. You the man. Ralph says I'm the man. No, you're the man, Ralph. You're the Godfather, man. I got to show you a lot of respect. You know, you're over there in New York paving all those companies and stuff, and nobody makes you an offer you can't refuse because you are the Godfather of pavement. That's right, Ralphie. Whenever I see you in camp, I give you the respect that you deserve because I would never offend the Godfather of pavement. That's right. God bless you, Godfather. Kira's over there laughing. That was actually pretty good. I hate to admit, my wife is sitting there going, "What did he eat this morning?" Well, that wasn't bad.
Oh.
I gotta tell you, I thought that was a right on, Kira.
You could say, "Drop the gun, grab the concrete."
Nah. Well, they use a bow. He doesn't use a gun.
Right.
Andrew Harris, what's up, What's up, Mayor Harris down there in Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, wherever you're at? He moves around a lot. I can't tell where he's at. It wasn't Gotti, but okay. It wasn't Gotti, but okay. Come on, that was good. I even thought that was good. Come on. I still got a hack from COVID, and I gotta tell you, that's one thing we gotta make sure you get the ultimate respect, Godfather. Anyway, turkey season's gonna be a blast. I'm looking for it. Now the third shot. See, Ralph chimed in there, and I didn't get a chance to do my third shot. I see squirrel. I got my ADD kicking in. The third shot is when they're walking straight away from you in full strut. And when they're doing that, I'm sorry, there's no nice way to say this, but the good Lord gave you a bullseye. And you just aim for it's called the Texas heart shot. That's what they call it. I didn't name it. That's what they call it. That's what the man said. I heard him. He said it. Texas heart shot. Those are my 3 preferred shots on a turkey with a bow. If you're shooting with a gun, you aim right below the head. Let it rip. I'm telling you. But anyway, I'm looking forward to April. It's going to be and actually Kansas, they're going to a 1 bird. A lot of the states going to 1 bird minimum. Donovan's going to actually go to a 1 bird minimum for all the hunters this year. So, and I don't have a problem with that. They're trying to conserve numbers until we can figure out why the turkeys are not producing as much. If it's a virus thing, if it's predation. My humble opinion, a lot of it's predation. But we'll see what's going to figure out. I don't think we'll ever get back to the turkey numbers that we had in the 80s. I just don't think. Farming practices have changed so much. There's a lot of chemical things. I've talked to a lot of people think it's the chemicals that they're, through agriculture, that it's affecting the turkeys, and the other game birds are eating the insects, and it's causing some bad problems. So there might be some truth to that. I don't know. I know they're doing nesting studies all across the United States. So we'll just have to wait and see how some of that comes out. Hey, I'm late for a break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Hey everybody, Outdoors Dan here. Let me ask you a quick question. Are you a hunter?
Yeah, there you go, Richard. Thanks, Richard. I appreciate that.
Hunting Works for Iowa. Hunting Works for Iowa is a statewide organization that is focused on not only what hunting is.
There you go, Andrew. I didn't think you hunted anymore. Everything I see you doing is trout fishing.
Hunters buy tags and permits every year so they can hunt here.
80% predation, Andrew. I think it's a lot of it, buddy. Myself, I just, between the skunks, the raccoons, the possums, the snakes, the squirrels, the hawks. Good morning, David. Happy New Year, buddy. I think a lot of it's predation. Yeah.
We've got 5 minutes
If you
left
want
in
to
the
learn
hour,
more
and
about
this break
Hunting Works
is
for Iowa, or if you're
pretty
interested in
close.
becoming a partner, please go check
Really?
out their website
Yeah.
at
Sorry.
No, you're good.
And then we got that 2 minutes at the end.
Are you in the market for a new
So
RV this
our
year? Here's a place to help you start
options
looking for that
are,
new
like, we
travel
can just have
partner
a
for your
super
next
long break,
vacation
or you
or
can have a
outdoor
super
adventure.
short.
Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial
Oh, that's
RV
fine.
Center
Just
in
come back
Ames.
short.
Imperial
We'll
RV
be.
has been
That's fine.
serving Iowa camping enthusiasts for 50 years. They carry pull-behind or
There you go,
off-road
Richard.
RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine. They now carry SMC
Really?
trailers that have built
You haven't been out there fishing since September?
Imperial RV also features a full-service center ready for any repair that your RV
Raccoons are a lot of it, Richard.
RV can finance on site to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full-service parts department for anything you might need to keep your camper going.
Ralph, I'm available for commercials. If you want me to do your radio spots out there in New York, I'd be more than happy to do a representation for DiMartino Paving.
Online at ImperialRVCenter.com. That's ImperialRV
Is your driveway or business lot giving you problems?
Concrete shoes.
Is it making you an offer you can't refuse? Well, see, pavement and concrete's not the same thing. Yeah, because they black the black. Yeah. It's there's a little difference there. Is your pavement giving your customers offers they just can't refuse? Hey, Ralph DiMartino Paving can take care of that for you. We'll come out there and give you a reasonable estimate. You'll be able to do business. We do business every day at DiMartino Paving because we care about you. We're family. And believe me, nobody goes against the family. I'm telling you, that would be a great spot. There'd be people laughing all over Jersey and New York. Yeah, I'm telling you. Ralphie, we need to work out a deal.
See us at 6931 Douglas Avenue in Urbandale, or call us at 515-331-1577. That's 515-331-1577.
If you're into the outdoors, whether it's camping, hunting, or fishing, you want your camping setup to be easy and your stay as comfortable as possible. Camprite has been helping folks enjoy the outdoors as problem-free as possible since 1999. Camprite employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original tent cot that started it all. This fully enclosed
Yeah, nobody's trapping anymore.
a standard sleeping cot with the added protection of a tent. Camprite features several models of tent cots units, including single and double units. They also specialize in sleeping bags, camping tables, cooking prep units, chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing all these great outdoor gear products, Camprite is the right choice to make your adventures.
You didn't go hunting Thursday, Brett?
Check out all these Camprite products at your local Sportsman's Warehouse store or on the web at Camprite.
Man, I cannot wait till I get rid of that hack. I can't even go hunting.
When you go big game hunting, do you go the extra step
1
and
minute.
try to stay
Thank you.
undetected and lethal? Well, Lethal Products can help you do that every trip. It starts by washing your clothes with the
That's a
Lethal
really good
Products
cough drops
scent-free
at my desk if you
detergents,
want some.
providing a
It don't
layer of
help.
protection to
I think that COVID gets in your lungs and it just sits there. I mean, it's been 10, 11 days. I mean, I get over stuff in a couple days and it's just crazy.
Lethal Products also feature field body wipes.
Hey, I like that, Richard. That's good. I like that. DiMartino Paving, where family is final.
Mosquitoes with their bug and tick repellent. Lethal Products is a hunting system you can count on. For more information,
I'm telling you, Brent, I just need to get my wind back, man. I got that 20 gauge. I'm ready to go.
or Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. Lethal Products will help you be lethal in the field.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350.
Did you get all the breaks in? Or those spots in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. We got a short segment here, so anyway. Yeah, Richard came up with a good one. He said, DiMartino Paving, where family is final. I can't do it now, so my lungs is killing me. Brent said they went pheasant hunting on Thursday. See, I don't know if you want me to bring Raven, Brent. He's not trained, and that dog won't listen. I mean, I love him. His mom and dad were champion pointing labs, so it's in his blood. But I mean, he'll fetch, but I don't know if he's going to honor your dog. So we might be out there 5 minutes, and it's like, Dan, get that dog in the truck, and then I'm going to have all sorts of trouble because he's going to be eating my truck seats because he's mad because he's in the truck and I'm out there hunting. Because trust me, if I take him shed hunting, and if I put him in the truck, he throws a fit. He's got to be with me. That dog is spoiled. I bought a really nice side-by-side 20 gauge at JLM the other day, and I'm telling you what, I can't wait to shoot that gun. That thing, I'm gonna use that for pheasant and quail and turkeys. So I am gonna turkey hunt one with a gun this year. I think. I say that, but you know me, it gets here and then it's hard for me to put my bow down. It just is. I don't know why. It's in my blood. I can't help it. Can't help it. All right, I'm going to give away another sausage making kit here in a couple minutes, so stay tuned for that. 2023 hunting and licenses, fishing licenses are now on sale. Non-resident license will go on sale January 1, 2023. Did I talk about everything I needed to on turkeys? I did. Do we got a break at the top?
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
In the mood for a great family treat or a special gift idea? Hop on over to the Lotta Pop store, located at 647 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny. That's where you'll find over 30 fresh flavors of the most delicious Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area. You'll love the fresh pop flavors like caramel, caramel apple, kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or patriotic mix, just to name a few. You'll find something for everyone at Lotta Pop in Ankeny. Arlie and his crew can help you pick out the perfect variety pack, tin, or gift package. Lotta Pop has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings to make great popcorn at any event. Everyone loves popcorn, especially when it's from Lotta Pop. It's the same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and popped to perfection. Lotta Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school. For more information, contact Lotta Pop at 515-262-3243 or go online at lottapop.com. Lotta Pop, great tasting popcorn from Iowa since 1969. Are you getting ready for hunting season? Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is getting close. One thing after you've harvested that deer or wild game, where are you going to take it? Well, I have an answer. The Milo Locker.
Well, that's all right, Brian. I just don't want to ruin your hunt. You're okay. Morning, Sean.
Daryl and Angie are the owners.
Richard, I can't. They won't let me ship stuff. It's got to be where you got to pick it up. That's the station rules, man. I'll get spanked if I say. They probably lock me out.
If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own. So if you get lucky this year and need a good locker, try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call.
Yeah, you got a full month, so if you want to drive from Jersey.
You're on your way to some great eating.
Hi, this is Dr. Don Gilbert from New Life Counseling Services with offices in West Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. I know things can be tough in the world today. I see it every day. People dealing with relationship issues, parenting struggles, anxiety, depression, or folks just looking for a new direction to plan their life.
A couple miles. Yeah, I can tell you from here to Pennsylvania is like a 13-hour drive. I can tell you that because I drove it.
We offer a family-friendly, straightforward approach.
Only 13? Yeah. That's a long day.
I imagine 24 plus hours.
No. Well, that's Western Pennsylvania.
So you can discover better choices on how to handle the issues you might be dealing with in your life. When you're looking for someone to listen to you, we're here. Please consider calling us for a confidential appointment at New Life, 515-225-4006 in West Des Moines, or 964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7 at newlifecounseling.com. We are here to help you when you need us.
KRNT Des Moines is
Yeah, send Chris out. He'll do it. Yeah.
Sports leader. Des Moines Radio Group station.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. Have you taken the Shootability Challenge yet? If you have not, I encourage you to go to your nearest Elite dealer, like Archery Field and Sports over in Altoona. You can go to Sportsman's Warehouse and check them out. I believe they got, I don't know if they got the new ones in yet or not at Sportsman's. I got to get up there and look. I know Mark's got them in, and then you can always go out, just Google they've got a locator on elitearchery.com, and you can find the nearest one closest to you. Check out that new Era. That's that new carbon bow that does not feel like a carbon bow. I think Larry absolutely loves that bow. And I really didn't think he was going to be honest with you. Now, I haven't held it or seen it. I have seen it. I haven't held it. But I've never had a carbon bow. In 35 years of bow hunting, I've never had a carbon bow. I just never felt the need to get one. But Larry honestly said that bow has really been impressing him. And all I heard all year from July on was about the Omnia. That's all he talked about. That's the best bow I've ever shot. I'm smacking knocks off my arrows, blah, 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 blah. And then the Era comes out, and it's like, I don't know if he could choose between the Era and the Omnia now. That's how good of a bow it is. But anyway, check out the Era, the Omnia. The Envision is the one I've been shooting all year. It's still a great bow. All of them are good bows. But, you know, they got a bow for any budget. Go check them out. I'm still telling you, I will say this on the Omnia, that SP cam system is amazing. I adjusted my draw length. It took me 2 minutes. Didn't have to put it in the bow press. Just 2 little set screws, rotated the mod, and I was done. It's even easier than the Versa Tri-Track cam system that was on the Envision. I'm really, I don't know how Josh keeps doing it, to be honest with you. But I did order an Era because I want to see what Larry's all fusses about. But go check them out. I still think the best thing Elite's got going is that set technology. I've never been able to shoot broadheads out as far as I have and keep the groups I have since they developed that set technology. It's really a game changer. Richard, have a good show, Dan. Talk to you next year. Richard, you too, buddy. Good morning, Jed. My buddy Jed over in Illinois. Hoyt, you be good, buddy. Just ran out of deer bologna in my coffee cup as if he's been listening to the show eating deer bologna. Thanks, Hoyt. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Let's see. We're doing our year in review. Tell you what, I'm going to give away that other High Mountain sausage variety pack. 244-1350. 244-1350. Kara will line it up and let me know when you're ready to go. Just to be able to, you got to be able to pick it up within the next 30 days. Okay. July, I got to go to my first ever pure whitetail bash, and I got to tell you, Larry and Philip have been telling me about the bashes for a couple years now, and it's really, really, it's phenomenal that the
awesome. What's your name?
It's phenomenal.
What's your last name?
It's phenomenal the way that people are going out there, and it's just amazing to me. The way they give back. Yeah. They actually give back each and every way that you can think of. They got these things called hog legs, and it's like a rib. It's like a pork, but a rib, and they smoke them and grill them, and they go out and they go to all the vendors and stuff, and they give them out. You get free foods, basically, what I'm telling you. I mean, they had stir fries, they had chilies, they had hog legs, they had chicken wings. It was amazing. It really, really was. And the neatest thing I've ever seen about that is they actually had a couple people that were really going through some bad stuff, and I think they called it a family call. They say we're going to do a family call now, and I'm not exaggerating. They had people. They put a hat down on the front of the stage, and they had people coming up putting 5s and 10s and 20s. Our booth was right there by the stage. And I actually heard a couple people say, this is our last $20, but we want to help out. And then they raised several $1,000s by doing that. And then they called the person up to the stage and they said, they had no idea it was them. But they said, we know that you've been struggling this year, and we want you to know that we're always here for you. And they just gave them the cash. That's crazy. That was one of the neatest things I've ever seen in my life. That was pretty cool. I was very impressed with everybody there at the Pure Whitetail at the headquarters. Josh and Grant do a great job. I'm 100% sold on their deer products. The Mesmerize, Spellbound. I love the Premium Buck, the Premium Doe Estrus. The White Lightning, the Premium Doe urine. When I go out and don't use the estrus until November, folks. But the White Lightning, that's a November deal. But when I go out and set up these mock scrapes in June and July, I'm telling you what, that's why I'm getting so many camera pictures throughout the year. That stuff, I'm 100% sold on that. And yes, they're a sponsor, but I wouldn't promote it if I didn't believe in it. So. Philip and Larry got me hooked on that stuff 3 years ago, and that's one of the things I even use that stuff in my decoys, on my deer decoy. It's awesome. So July, I can't wait to get out to Ohio again. That's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be broadcasting live from the bash, and I'm looking forward to that as well. I just set up one yesterday. They are really good bows. Well, there you go, Hoyt. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was nice of you. Hoyt went to go get him some more deer bologna. Let's see. All right, 244-1350, 244-1350 if you want to call in. Just make sure you haven't won anything. And you know what? Let's just, if you've never won anything on the show, call in. We'll start out 2023 with somebody that's never won. So I know there's a bunch of you out there still. Let's see. September was a hard one for me. You know, that's always a hard month because my dad passed away September 28th, 1998. So September is always a hard month for me. It's exciting because that's usually when I'm out either bear hunting or elk hunting or whatever. But I went on my very first moose hunt this year in Alberta, if you missed that. And thanks to Ken and everybody up at Canadian Outfitters. They just super nice people up there. Ken and Chris and Eric the Great, all them guys. I saw moose. I saw moose almost every day. It went from 35, 40 degrees to 85. And it was just, the weather just, that's hunting. I mean, I drove 2,100 miles one way to get up there and 2,100 miles back. See how that kind of worked out up and back? But Stewie and I had a great time. I got close to a moose. It was beautiful country. That muskeg, I'll be honest with you, it kicked my butt. That is some of the worst stuff to walk through I've ever walked through in my life. I mean, I've been through some stuff, but that muskeg is not a lot of fun carrying all that camera gear, that's for sure. But it was definitely a tough hunt. And even though I didn't get a shot, I mean, I got those pictures and video and just the experiences. I'm glad we went. And if you ever want to go up there to Alberta, you know, Ken's a good guy, and you know, he'll do everything he can to try and get you on a moose. And if we weren't filming a show, I probably would have killed one. But when you're set up like that and you don't have a camera person with you, you're stuck. And because I know that was frustrating for him. But anyway, that was a tough one. Now Paul, Mr. Magic Man, Paul scored. I think that's his 5th elk in a row that he's gotten out of Arizona. If you watch Respect the Game TV, we just launched our 12th season on the Sportsman's Channel and Pursuit. If you get a chance to watch that on Mondays and Tuesdays, and I think Thursdays, Wednesdays, just look it up. Paul shot a super nice bull elk. Ryan was out there filming that, so congratulations to Paul. That was a great September for everybody on the show. And then October was awesome. I got 2 really nice bucks. I can count on one hand how many times I've tagged out in my second or first set on deer. And this year was the second set was the charm, both in Kansas and in Iowa. So October was really good. So other than that, November and December has just been talking with you guys on the radio, which is always nice. But that's pretty much wrapping up the highlights for the year. I just, what a year, man. It went by really, really quick, that's for sure. So I'm excited about that. 244-1350, 244-1350. If you've never won anything on the show, give me a holler. Just all you got to do is just tell Kara hi. Let's see. We're still doing the Gear for Deer contest down at Milo. That is going to end on January 10th. Well, good morning, Hank, down there at Revelton. I need to get down there and see you guys. We're giving away a pair of diamond earrings from Herman's Fine Jewelers and a $300 hunting package. So if you're out there late season muzzleloader hunting or doing your antlerless deer hunts and stuff, if you take them down there, they're going to give you a ticket to fill out, and you can be in the drawing. We're going to draw the winner on January 11th for all that. So you still got all of Iowa's deer season. All right, let me take a real quick break, and we'll catch up when we get back on 1350 ESPN.
Tired or not sleeping or feeling pain all day? Well, you don't have to suffer, and you can get help to relax. Have you heard of Emperor One? Emperor One is a U.S.-based company that is helping folks reduce pain every day.
He keeps trying.
I've been using the Emperor One.
You know, I feel bad for him in a way, but you can't do that to people.
Incredible results in pain relief. It's also helping me to stop having to take other medications.
And then Andrew and I were at the Cubs game, and he came out there, we were doing a contest on the app. He goes, I want to enter that. And I said, well, all you got to do is just download the app. He goes, well, I don't have my phone. I said, well, if you can't download the app, I can't let you enter. Why not? I just explained it. He always tries to get around everything.
So if you're looking for a natural way to find pain relief,
Then he calls his wife and says, hey, I need you to download. I go, I got to see it.
Yeah.
That's Emperor1CBD.com, and your day is.
I mean, fair is fair for everybody.
Did you hear the news? The Olive Tap has a brand new location in the
Some people.
and is now serving fresh salads and sandwiches every day. The Olive Tap is your one destination for the finest cooking oils, spices, and vinegars, and now fresh salads and sandwiches. They now have even more of your favorite olive oils from Italy, Greece, Spain, and other countries, with unique flavors like Tuscan herb, basil, spicy garlic and parmesan, smoky bacon, and jalapeno, just to name a few. The Olive Tap also offers special oils like avocado and walnut oils, not to mention 20 different varieties of balsamic vinegars, including raspberry, strawberry, hickory barbecue, sour.
Morning, Greg. Happy New Year, buddy. Good to see ya.
Sauces, spices, seasonings, jellies, and other fine cooking items that anyone who cooks would enjoy. They even offer cooking classes and tasting parties. Stop by the
Stewie! We just talked about you.
1610 Southwest Main Street, Suite 105 in Ankeny, 515-964-1065, or at theolivetap.com.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries. Call Chris at Pet Stop of Des Moines. Chris Spoltra is the owner of the Pet Stop franchise in the Des Moines area and has been keeping pets safe for over 19 years. A Pet Stop system will not only keep your pet from leaving your desired area outside, but can also be set up to keep your pet out of
We're
areas.
old. We don't do New Year's Eve. We stay home.
System is underground, keeping
My New Year's Eve plans are like this. Go sit down, turn the TV on, pet the dog, tell the wife you love her. That's it. That's my New Year's Eve plans.
Normal day.
Normal day.
For more information on how to protect your buddy and keep your
Hopefully
home
that's
looking great, call 515.
I hope you tell your
Tony, deer are dropping already. Honestly, Tony, I think you're best if you wait till the end of February, 1st of March before you go shed hunting, because it just depends on the deer. But with that really cold snap we had last week, there's already people finding a few sheds, but I think the majority of bucks, from what I'm seeing, still have their antlers on. But every deer is going to be a little bit different. It just depends how wore down and depleted they got during the rut. You know, when they get super stressed is when those antlers usually fall off. But I would think by the end of February, 1st of March, you're going to see a majority of the bucks shedding by then. That's what I would do. I'm going to wait till that end of February is usually when I start shed hunting.
Pure Whitetail is more than scents. It's a community of hunters that are family. Just go to purewhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer. Scents, hunting gear, seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities.
I guess he figured since you were here,
To be
you
more
might let
successful in
him
the
on.
field, go to purewhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
When it comes to archery, nothing is more important than making sure your arrows are flying the way you need them to. That's why Pine Ridge Archery makes some of the straightest and quietest.
Monday is going to be the start of the big Triple H Outfitters Big Kansas giveaway. If you haven't downloaded that app, the Outdoor Call Radio app, you better do that and listen, because you're going to learn how to win by listening to the app.
Keep your bow ready at all times when you're hunting from the ground. Pine Ridge Archery makes all these products in the U.S. and will always help your accuracy. Pine Ridge has everything you need to outfit your bow, from loops to servings, peeps, stabilizers, and glue. They have it all at Pine Ridge. You'll find all these products at Sportsman's Warehouse stores nationwide or at your favorite archery shop near you. For more information, please go to PineRidgeArchery.com. That's www.PineRidgeArchery.com.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to 1350 ESPN. It's Outdoors with Outdoors Dan, or at the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan, or the Outdoors Dan. However you want to say it, we'll answer to it. Want to thank the fine people that help me bring the shows to you each and every week. Could not do the shows without them, and we always appreciate them. Rupert's Roost and Peace Turkey Calls, Itasca Footwear, Emperor One CBD, Onyx. Hey, Onyx is on CarPlay now. If you download Onyx on your phone, you can actually plug it into your truck dash on CarPlay now. So you can find out. The dogs are good at finding them, Dina. There you go, Tony. Tony's asking me about shed hunting. I told him, he asked, when are the deer going to start popping their sheds off? I've already got people finding sheds, but I always historically try to go out that last bit of February or 1st of March. Last year, we had such a mild winter, they were holding on until almost the middle of April. So, but if you go out at the end of February, that 1st of March time, right around the Deer Classic, you can usually get in and find some sheds. So that's, but never hurts to go look, right? Onyx is awesome. If you haven't tried Onyx yet, I love it because you can actually walk right to your tree stand with your phone, and you don't have to have a flashlight or anything else. I mean, you can keep your nighttime integrity and just have your phone and just walk right to your stand or blind. I love Onyx. It's great for scouting too. When you're out shed hunting this spring, I'll tell you what I did. Raven and I went out, and I called Larry. I couldn't believe the rubs and the scrapes and stuff I found that I did not know that these deer were hitting in this channel. And it was amazing, man. We got in, and I was just clicking. I was doing landmarks and just putting the numbers in. And then when we hit July, we just went and just got on there and we just said, hey, this is going to be a great spot for a scrape or a tree stand. And then when we went and hung stands, that's how we did it. We did it everything through our Onyx, which is really good. Arctic Ice, I want to thank Dave and all the gang at Arctic Ice, Dr. Don at New Life Counseling Centers, Darren Islander. If you need insurance or if you want to save some money, or you should actually get your insurance reviewed every year. Just make sure you're saving as much money as you can. If you haven't done that in a while, would you please consider calling my buddy Darren Islander up in Ankeny, American Family Insurance, and let him do a review, because he might save you several $100. Darren's been with me forever, and he's a super nice guy. Mark and the gang at Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. Pine Ridge Archery Products located over in Illinois. Brian and the gang do a great job over there. We use the stuff on the TV show all the time. Hunting Works for Iowa. They're out there protecting our rights as hunters. Thanks to everybody there at Hunting Works for Iowa. Westfield Veterinary Hospital, Dr. Steve and all the gang over in Johnston. Sportsman's Warehouse over in Ankeny, you know where that's at. Imperial RV, Zach and Denise and all the gang, thank you there. Chick-fil-A at Point Pleasant and Mill Civic Parkway. Thanks to Gary and all the gang of Chick-fil-A there on Mill Civic. Game High Clothing, Dave Larson's been with me forever. Thank you there. Hans and Brian and everybody at High Mountain Seasonings, we always appreciate you very much. And like to always say, thanks to everything that you've helped me with snack sticks and jerky and all that stuff. The Iowa Bow Hunters, they're a contributing partner. Luminoc, thanks to everybody at Luminoc over in Illinois. Pure Whitetail, Josh and Grant. Couldn't do the show without you guys, and thank you for helping me get my bucks the last 3 years, man. You guys rock. Rebels and Distillery, thanks to Hank and Rob and Christy. All the tailors down there, you do a great job. Backwoods Wildlife Products, thanks to Cody Kelly and everybody. Central Standard Restaurant, thanks to everybody out there in Waukee. They do great burgers and shakes and help us do the show. Reveal and Tacticam, both those products are awesome. Thanks to everybody there. Always appreciate everybody. Jeff and everybody at Tacticam and Reveal Cameras. Aaron and the family at Camprite. Milo Locker, thanks to Daryl and everybody down there at the Milo Locker. Lethal Products, thank you Michael Lee and Andrew and everybody there at Lethal. Worksharp Tools, Kyle Crawford and everybody, appreciate you. Smokin' Joe Smelter at Carl Chevrolet. Elite Archery, Larry Mack, Josh, Anthony, everybody at Elite Archery, thank you so much. A lot of popcorn or Brandmeier Popcorn Company in Ankeny, thanks to Arlie and everybody, thank you so much. Cookies Barbecue Sauce, what can I say about Speed Herrick other than he's an Iowa treasure? Love that Speedy. Thank you, Speed, appreciate you at Cookies. Fourth Arrow Camera Arms and Winsent, always appreciate everybody there. And Dr. Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi, may the floss be with you. Advanced Family Dentistry, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Brandt, everybody there and Williams at Advanced Family Dentistry. Thanks to all my partners that help me do the show each and every week. We couldn't do the shows without you. Let's go see what Tony's up to this morning. Good morning, Tony. What's up?
Hey, I was just wondering, so people are finding them, huh?
Yeah, they're fine. They're finding a couple, Tony, but a lot of them, I'd say 80% or more, are still carrying their antlers.
Yeah, I know it. It's just a daisy or can't find them.
Yeah. I'd wait another month or so, bud.
Yes, that one I found that they found that one time, it was right before Christmas, and the thing is barely 2 inches long.
Well, you know,
I tug a war with it. I'm going like this. What's going on here?
Yeah, it never hurts to go out and try, Tone, but that's all right. Hey, thanks for calling in, buddy. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you.
Yep, bye.
Bye-bye. Have you ever tried Hershey's chocolate adult beverage? Yeah, Jerry, you gave me one. You know, I don't think I have. That's awesome. Jerry brought me a Hershey's beer. And I know it doesn't sound good or it sounds confusing, but it was nice. Yeah. It has beer and Hershey. What could go wrong? Huh?
Like a chocolate stout?
I can't remember what the name of it. I actually, when I went to Working Class Bow Hunters and did their podcast, they gave me one, and I was like, man, that's not bad. I mean, I'm not a big drinker anymore. You know, if I have I don't know, 6 or 7 whiskey sours a year, or you know, I probably drink less than 12 beers a year. You know, usually if I go to a hockey game or a Cubs game, I'll have a couple beers and a dog. I just don't drink like I used to. You know, when I was in the service, man, me and the guys, we'd be pounding down beer like crazy. You know, but I mean, and when you grew up in the 80s, I mean, you know, we always got together and we'd have keggers. I mean, things have changed. You know, you get older, you know. So, yeah, that was a fine stout or whatever. I can't remember the name of that though. But he brought me 2 bottles. It was actually he snuck it into Central Standard when we had our anniversary or 1-year anniversary party. And yeah, what did I do? I can't remember what I did with those, Jerry. I got to find them. They're okay. They've been in the garage, so they're cold. I wonder if they're in my bag. I think they're in my travel bag. Anyway, thanks for reminding me, man. Oh, hey, I when I saw Dave Bloom over at JLM Shooter Supply, they told me they had their best sale day ever when they had that Black Friday deal on the Glocks. So, way to go, everybody, for going over there and helping them guys out, and I appreciate that. Yangling, that's it, Yangling. Yep, you're right, Blaze. It's Yangling. That's 100% right. Wait a minute. What'd the wife say? It's in the fridge. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny's on it. I forget. You know, I got the attention span of a gnat. So unless I'm, you know, unless I'm turkey hunting or you know, I can remember things when I'm in the deer stand or turkey hunting. But other than that, I got so much crud going on. I got the attention span of a gnat. 244-1350, 244-13. I tell you what, if we got any ladies listening right now, let's do Ladies' Day on this other one. Let's give Kira a call, 244-1350, 244-1350, and we'll get you a High Mountain sausage kit. All right, I'm losing my voice. Let me take a real quick break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Tacticam promotes the best-in-class cellular.
Start to go.
The #1 selling action camera in the industry. The new Reveal by Tacticam will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the easiest to set up, but the most affordable cellular camera on the market. As you know, you educate your game.
Yeah, please. Yangling, that's it, Stewie.
With Reveal, those issues are gone. You can receive pictures in almost real time right to your
That's
app.
good, actually.
The Reveal offers half-second trigger speeds, detects game from up to 96 feet away in 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans.
I got to get down to Revelton and get some of that rye. Hey,
data plans starting as low as $5 a month.
Hank, has that rye been bottled up yet? Is it ready to go?
Cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more. Again, plans starting as low as
I need to get down there and get a couple bottles if it is.
Tacticam saves time, gas, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com for more info.
Let's talk about a story. An Iowa story about a dream that took several years to come true in Osceola,
I bet
Iowa.
she's off.
It's the story of Revelton
Not answering.
Distilling Company. These fine distilled whiskeys, gins, and vodkas were born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes and satisfies with every sip. From the honey whiskey to the whiskey and cream, or the robust mulberry gin, American gin, or vodkas. Revelton Distilling visitors can't believe the flavor profiles the mixologists are creating at the distillery every day. Revelton Distillery is open Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street,
I
right
got
off
that mulberry
I-35.
gin.
Revelton
They're good,
Distillery
isn't it?
fine spirits
Yeah.
are also available at your local
Yeah.
grocery and
Well, if I have a whiskey sour, I'll use the honey whiskey. See, my back's hurting, or if if I can't sleep, if I know I'm not going to sleep, I'll have a whiskey sour. And man, it really helps. If I drink too, I'm a mess. I just don't drink like it. I haven't drank in a long time like I used to. Thank you, Jason. You too, buddy. I mean, when you're in the service, that's all you guys. That's all you get. That's all you do. You go out and go. Especially when you're in Cuba. Oh, I hated Cuba. That was the worst 2 weeks of my life.
Really?
Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. You couldn't go diving because there was too many sharks around. So what'd you do? You went and watched a movie and had a beer. And they put formaldehyde in the beer to preserve it. Ugh. It was awful. Yeah. I don't even know how I'm surprised I'm still alive. Didn't even taste good.
When you're getting ready to outfit your next outdoor adventure, there's one place in Ankeny.
It's like you're bombing yourself.
Shop. That's Sportsman's Warehouse.
I remember when I was in Cuba and it was Thanksgiving, and they had the old payphones, and I called home. I called back to Missouri. I said, collect. My dad answered the phone, and the operator said, we got a collect call from Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. And my dad said, what? I said, we got a collect call from Guantanamo Bay, Cuba from Dan. And he accepted the charges just to yell at me. What are you doing calling me? I go, I don't have any change, Pop. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, he got so mad at me.
Outdoors in comfort and style. If you're traveling, you can also go shop 24/7 at Sportsman's Warehouse.
Gotta love the 80s.
So next time you're planning your next outdoor adventure, make sure that you check out Sportsman's Warehouse in Ankeny.
They're one of America's favorite fish to go after. Whether you call them old papermouth or a slab, folks love to chase after.
You never drank in the Army. Matt, you're so full of beans. I know better.
Whether you dip, troll, or cast for them, PureCrappie.com has the baits, tackle, and apparel every crappie angler will appreciate. So before you head to your favorite fishing hole, head on over to PureCrappie.com.
This is the last commercial.
That's PureCrappie.com.
Of the day?
No, for now.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. Apparently Smoking Joe Smelter is on assignment, so I'm going to have to do his commercial for him. Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Oh, Dan, we're out here at Carl Chevrolet, and we're making offers that you just can't refuse.
I see my voice is going now, so I can't do it like I did before. It sounded way better before. So, well, what kind of deals is that, Joe?
We're going to make sure that when you come in and buy a truck, Dan, that you get everything that you wanted and you deserve. We're going to make sure when you leave here, you're going to feel like part of the family. That's right. We're going to make sure you get the highest rebates, the lowest interest rates, and we're going to make sure that we give you an offer on your trade-in that you just can't say no to or refuse. That's because we're going to make sure every sale that we do here at The Rock, we'll make sure that you are completely happy with, and you are going to like the offer that we gave. It's going to be set in stone, Dan.
Well, Joe, I appreciate that. And I always feel when I come out there, I get a great deal, and especially because I get that Carl Chevrolet Smelter deal. Morning, Rick. Good to see you. Where can they find you, Joe?
Oh, that's easy, Dan. All you got to do is just go off Ford Labor Road in Ankeny and just come and look for the palm trees and ask to see the Godfather of Sales, Smoking Joe Smeltzer, and I'll make sure that we give you a deal that you just can't refuse at the Rock and Carl Chevrolet. Every day, we'll make you feel like you're part of the family. All right. Hey, Joe, Happy New Year, Godfather, and we'll see you later. Oh, man. See, I always usually do that other voice, and there's no way I can do that other voice right now. My voice is gone. So, yeah. Andrew would actually love that one. That'll probably be on a best of somewhere. Are you recording this? Mm-hmm. Are you? Yeah. Yeah, he'll be cutting and pasting that. Rick, good morning. Happy New Year to you, buddy. Well, McCoy never did call back either, did he? Yeah, I figured old Larry. Hey, Jake. Happy New Year. Jake from State Farm. All right, let me do the Sportsman's Warehouse fishing reports brought to you by the fine folks at Sportsman's Warehouse. See how that worked out? Blackhawk Lake as of December 28th, ice thickness is thickness, not sickness. Ice thickness is 8 to 10 inches off the Ice House Point boat ramp. Most of the activity is taking place right there. There is an open water patch on the east basin of the lake, so be careful. Anglers can also find open water at the Fish House in Tom Bay. The area directly underneath the ice structure is kept open with a small water agitator. Black crappie is fair, walleye are fair. Anglers are picking up a few walleye in the area off the Ice House Point or near Gunshot Hill. Yellow perch bite is fair too. Blackhawk Pits, ice thickness is about 8 inches off the boat ramp as of December 28th. Brushy Creek, most of the lake is iced over except for a small pocket of open water by the beach on the west side of the lake. Reports of ice thickness is at 6 inches in some areas near the north and south boat ramps. Much of the ice near the bays and shorelines may be thinner, but ice is quite variable, so please use caution out at Brushy Creek. Storm Lake, ice thickness is 0 to 10 inches, depending on where you're at. Yellow perch is fair. The bite is hit or miss. Use small jigs tipped with a minnow. Spirit Lake, the ice is entirely iced over with 10 inches or more in most places. The best ice is on the south end of Anglers Bay. The north end, Buffalo Run, are heaved up, making access dangerous. Marble Beach access is heaved up at the boat ramp, but a path is clear just north of it. Walleye bite is good. Best bite is around dusk. Yellow perch is good. Small jigs tip with a minnow. Sorting may be needed. West Okoboji Lake, most bays have safe ice for small ice machines. The bluegill bite in Little Emerson Bay has been very good. Ice thickness is about 8.5 inches of Emerson Bay and about 12 inches at Haywards Bay. Black crappie bite is fair. Try small jigs, tip with a minnow. Bluegill bite is good. Use tube jigs, plastics, and other small jigs. Yellow perch is fair. Try small jigs, tip with a minnow. Sorting may be needed. Most lakes have 9+ inches of ice. Larger lakes may have holes that have been recently iced over, so use caution when going out, especially if using an ATV or vehicle. Recent weather slowly melting the snow surface, making most areas wet, slushy. Reading ice conditions is very important. Morning, Roger. Happy New Year up in New York there, buddy. Well, we got a lot of people on the East Coast listening. I'm telling you, that's awesome. Little River Watershed Lake, ice thickness is about 7 inches off the ice off the main boat ramp. Geese have area open water along the south end of the lake. 3 Mile Lake, ice thickness is about 6 inches off the ice off the main boat ramp. 7 inches of ice off the north boat ramp. 12 Mile Lake, ice thickness is about 6 inches of ice off the east boat ramp. Gills and crappie are okay. Some sorting may be needed. Littlefield Lake. Littlefield is reporting about 5 inches of ice. Expect 9-inch black crappie, 8 to 9-inch bluegill, and perhaps a yellow bonus perch. Meadow Lake. Expect a 10 to 12-inch black crappies and 8-inch bluegill this winter. Black crappie and gills are fair. Target the cedar tree piles in the lake to try to catch 7 to 8-inch bluegills. Prairie Rose Lake, they're reporting a large number of 10 to 12-inch black crappie. Bluegills will be 8.5 to 9 inches. Prairie Rose will be good ice fishing destination this winter. Black crappie bite has been slow during midday. Gills are fair, and the largemouth bass are fair. Viking Lake has a good number of 8 to 10-inch crappie.
With a smaller percentage of larger fish, bluegill size will range 7.5 to 8 inches. So there you go. All right, 8:39 and some change. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise, so you can stay undetected from that giant you've been chasing all season. Wouldn't it be nice to know exactly where your stand or blind location is without letting anyone know where you're at walking in? Have you ever heard of Onyx? Onyx is one of the most important pieces of hunting gear that you can use and always have with you. The Onyx Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines, or some possible next stand locations. The Onyx Hunt app is also a great way to see your property and know where you stand. Onyx is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens all around the country as a
Call Larry Mack to see if he's hunting.
So, if you want to always know where you are and have the ability to save information that will help you be a better hunter, go download the Onyx Hunt app at your app store today.
I bet he's on.
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot? Is your hunting, fishing, or utility
Not
knife
answering.
ready for any task? Well,
He's
if
at the
you used the
farm.
original Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener before you left, you bet they are. The Work Sharp knife and tool sharpener.
He's got a big crab claw, tall, narrow crab claw buck that he's got daylighting. He's a nice buck. I'd shoot him.
Sharpen a variety of knives, including curved and serrated knives, tonto blades, fillet knives, gut hooks, axes, and even...
He did all those hinge cuts to his land down there. He's got tons of browse underneath those hinge cuts. Them deer are just bedding up in there eating. They don't have to get up and travel very far. That was one of the best things he ever did.
By a family-owned and operated company. Customer service is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife, consider checking out one of the Work Sharp knife and tool
Can't believe tomorrow's January 1.
guided field sharpener at a store near you.
Where'd this year go?
WorkSharpTools.com. That's WorkSharpTools.com.
As we head to the fields this hunting season, you need to remember to work up your pet's activity level slowly. Don't take them out on opening day and expect them to perform without having any previous exercise. Remember to have a proper first aid kit for your pet when you go into the field.
Otherwise,
That
I'll
should
take
include
them home.
bandage materials,
I don't want
gauze,
to get accused of stealing.
antibiotic ointment, and items that could be used as a splint if
I
needed.
just start
Plus,
throwing
some
stuff in my
even friendly
briefcase.
dogs will bite if they're in pain. Please make sure your pet is current on all vaccines before you head out. Your pet should also have a good physical exam to make sure she
I
is
get to
healthy
do
enough
some
to
new
go
liners today.
provide your pet with protection from the elements, and this includes a high-quality pet
I got to do something special for the app. It starts Monday.
and provide protection from the bush as he or she runs through. Be careful and have fun. Remember, this is what most of our dogs were born to do. This message has been brought to you by Dr. Steve from Westfield Veterinary Hospital. For questions about keeping your pet healthy, contact
Anybody
Dr.
doing
Steve
anything
by
fun
phone
for New Year's tonight?
at
Gonna go play golf or?
65 Pet. Westfield Veterinary Hospital.
I'm telling you, Stewie, I'm on turkey mode already, man.
We all want the deadliest broadheads out there.
It's gonna be a long time till March or April. Go out to Nebraska in March. A couple months.
Slick Trick just added to their arsenal with a new Torch Slick Trick. This mechanical head is a clear game changer. The Raptor Trick, Viper Trick, and Magnum heads are still available, as well as the standard Slick Trick that just won another award for Best Broadhead. They all offer bone-crushing penetration with superior cutting diameters.
You too, Garrett. Thank you, buddy. Happy New Year.
Alcatraz blade lock system to prevent broadhead failures at the moment of impact that will help you get your game. Bow hunters need gear they can depend on 100% of the time. You wait all season for that shot. Don't trust it to a head that may not deliver a short recovery. For more info, go online to www.slicktrick.net. This year, trick 'em with Slick Trick broadheads and tag your game.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Afraid to go into the dentist? You don't need to be. Go see my friends over at Advanced Family Dentistry, Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi. My Jedi dentist who uses the Force to calm me down. Not only will they give you gentle care from Obi-Wan and Dr. Stuart Brant Williams, but they're going to make sure you have excellent care for cleanings, cavities, fillings, root canals, crowns, and other general dentistry care. They can always help you with that smile, and with Invisalign, you want to have a prettier smile than you had in 2022, they can help you with that. They can even help you do cosmetic dentistry. They've been voted #1 dental clinic in Ankeny, I don't know how many years running now. But they don't get that for not for a good reason. It's because they take good care of everybody when they walk through the door. They're located at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. You can find them at 964-1490, 964-1490, or go check them online anytime at ankenysmiles.com. And when you go there, when you leave, they always say, "May the floss be with you," or they should be. And I got to say thanks to Donnie and Frank at Herman's Fine Jewelers. They helped make my wife a happy Christmas this year. I got a really nice Christmas present for her out there, and it was all Donnie and Frank. Trust me, they'll help you too. They've been helping Iowans for 34 years. They got over 10,000 diamonds and mountings in stock. They can do custom jewelry and store jewelry repair. And if you're looking to trade some treasure you just don't use anymore, take it over to Herman's, and chances are you're going to get way more than you will some other place. Herman's Fine Jewelers, that's where I always go if I need a gift. All right, so I had somebody asking me about turkeys real quick. What was you getting upset about turkeys? Well, I wasn't getting upset about turkeys. I love turkeys. I just said I had to go back to Kansas 3 times because I couldn't get the toms to come in. I had everything perfect, man. I was within 100 yards of where they were roosting. I had my blind set up by some cuts, some old lay-down cuts and stuff. I had it brushed in fine. And I had my turkey, my little triangle of love that I always put out. I put my feeding hen, my breeding hen, and an alert hen or another feeding hen. And then I had my DSD Jake Strutter with my tail fan. And I had everything ready. It's just for some stupid reason, I could not get the toms to come in. I mean, they'd stay out there at 60, 70 yards, and I don't care no matter what I did. If I tried yelping at them, or excited yelping, if I tried to cut at them, I did not have a gobble call. I will have one call I will make sure that I have in my pack this year will be a gobble call. Just if you're going to be on public hunting ground, please make sure if you're going to use a gobble call that you're using a lot of caution with that. Every hunter safety course you ever take in the country, it always says if you're hunting outside of a blind, make sure you're leaning against a tree that's wider than your shoulders. And the reason is for that, if someone comes in behind you and they shoot, you're going to be protected from the shot. So, make sure you stagger your decoys so no matter which way they come in, you're going to be out of the line of shot, right? But I am going to have a gobble call in my repertoire this year because I'm telling you, if I would have had a gobble call, that would have probably made a big difference. I probably would have got a couple of them toms in, but I didn't. I could not find my gobble call. But and I tried gobbling, but I am the worst world natural gobbler. It's horrible. It's even worse than my moose call, And I tried taking my box call. I put a rubber band on my box call and break out your wing bone. Teresa, you know where those wing bone calls are, hon? They're on my shelf in my office because they're works of art, and that's where they're going to stay. I am horrible at a wing bone call. That's probably, it's not good. It sounds like a wounded seal. It's not good. So I tried taking a rubber band on my box call so I could get that gobble thing, and it didn't sound right. If I didn't like it, I knew the turkeys weren't going to like it. So, but trust me, I am going to remedy that this year. Stupid me. I knew better. I don't know why. I don't know if I lost it when I moved, or if I gave it away. I've got a bad habit of giving calls away to kids when I'm out doing seminars, and I probably gave it. If I remember right now that I say that, I probably gave that away to a kid out at Sportsman's. That's probably what happened to it. So, but hey, that's all right. Get you a gobble call. It can make or break your hunt. If nothing else is working, I tell you what I normally do is if they are not responding to calls, because the tom wants you to go to him. The hen, he wants that hen to come to him. He doesn't want to go to that hen. He wants that hen. That's how God programmed that bird's brain. That's how the natural course of things is. So when he's out there hammering and hammering and hammering, after a while, he's only going to do one or two things. He's going to get mad and come in, or he's going to say, well, heck with this, and move on. So, and that's what happened. They moved on instead of getting mad and coming in. So normally what I'll do is I'll do a couple calling sequences, and if they don't come in, I'll throw my calls down and not call for half an hour. And usually that works. They'll sneak in quiet. That's 9 times out of 10, that's usually what happens. But last year, man, they just kicked my butt. And I'm not going to have that happen again. I am not going to have my butt kicked by poultry. I'm just telling you. It's not going to happen. I love turkey hunting. They drive me nuts. Man, if I would have had, Teresa and Wade, if I would have had my strutter that I gave away, I'm just telling you right now, go to a Live Action Decoys on Facebook and look up those decoys. I'm just telling you right now, it's like a real turkey, man. It's amazing. It really is. If you've not seen it, and they're made in Illinois, well, the decoys are Dave Smith decoy bodies. And then Wade and Teresa put their applications on. But if you haven't seen that yet, go check them out. They're really nice people anyway. They'll be at the Deer Classic. They got a booth there every year. So, all right, Beast Feast is February 18th. We got one more break. We're all caught up? Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. So I got till the top of the hour? Mm-hmm. How am I going to kill 10 minutes? Beast Feast is February 18th out of Stony Creek Inn in Johnston. I know I'm going to donate one of my Envisions. I've got a brand spanking new Envision that's got a QAD rest on it. It's got the string, it's got the peep already put in. It was my backup bow. I probably got 20 shots in the bow. So I'll auction that off in the live auction. I do that every year. I think Larry Mack said he's going to give me a couple of his bows to auction off too. So I'm hoping Larry's going to be at the dinner this year. So I'll keep you apprised of that situation. And then we got some extra stuff going on. I don't believe we have any hunts this year. Hunts are getting hard to come by. We got so many people buying hunts now. I don't know. Ever since COVID, it just seemed like everybody quit traveling a lot, and they're going out west. So a lot of my places that always had openings, they're full. So, I mean, I can't blame them for not donating anything. They're full. I mean, you got to take care of those outfitters. A lot of people don't understand or know this, but they spend so much money on their leases. And I'll give you a prime example of something. And I don't think people appreciate this. Donovan, like last year, he had all of his hunts pretty much sold out. Well, it's a draw state. Kansas is a draw state. He had 20-something hunters that did not draw. Now, you take $4,000 times 20 hunters. That's $80,000. He lost that. And he still had to pay all his leases and everything. Now, he did have some people call, and he was able, that didn't have a spot to come in, so he was able to fill some of that. But I bet you he lost over $70,000. That's a lot of money, folks. I mean, that's a ton of money. And he's still got to pay his guides. He's still got to buy his food. Well, everybody's dealing with that now, especially our draw states. So just keep that in mind when you go out to an outfitter. Make sure that you tip them and you thank them, because man, a lot of times they're struggling. They're not. It's not like they're raking in the money, and I mean, a lot of times by the time they pay their food, their help. They make a profit, but it's not, they're not like living large. Their reward or their return is they're doing what they love. They're getting to see people go out and hunt on hunting situations. Happy Saturday, Dave, Fishing Dave. They're getting to see people take deer that they might never not had the chance to get before. And the camaraderie at camp. That's their return. The majority of it is they get to do what they love. When you make your hobby your job, it's not really. I mean, it's work, but it's even on the worst day, it's still better than somebody going to a job that they just can't stand. So I tell Ginny and I have that conversation a lot. It's like my job's a lot of work, and I complain about it sometimes. I do. Honey, can you bake me an apple pie? I'm so tired. I worked so hard this week. She does. She made, what did she make for me the other day? She made, gosh darn it. What? she made some of the best homemade vegetable soup I've ever had. We both had COVID. I bless her heart. I came home from Mom's, and hey, Paul Butsky, Hall of Famer, Happy New Year, brother. Good to see you. I haven't heard from you in a while. You doing okay, Butsk? Paul Butsky, man, that's one fine feller right there. I love Paul Butsky. Good guy. One heck of a turkey hunter. I came home and I was sick, and then she's trying to take care of me, and then she got sick. That's the first time either one of us has got COVID. And I said, "Hun, would you mind making some homemade vegetable soup? That sounds really good." And boy, I'm going to tell you something. She couldn't even, I didn't lose my sense of smell or taste. She did. And even, I'm glad, Butsky. Paul, you deserve it, buddy. Hey, I need to get with you in the next year or two and work out a hunt that we can film, okay? I want to do that before I hang up on TV. I got 3 more years on TV, and then I'm done. So before I get done, Paul, I want to get out there and film a hunt with you, okay? We need to talk. I'm going to let him do all the calling. I'm just going to sit back and let that arrow go. So, honey, thank you for that. That was some of the best soup I ever had. So, she did good, man. He says he's in. That's pretty good when you got a Hall of Famer calling for you. Yeah. I always said I'm the world's worst turkey caller. I don't know. That just shows you. If I can take 91 birds with a bow, anybody can do it. Because I stink. Now, I'm not going to be better this year because I got Rupert's Roost and Peace turkey calls to run. Even Todd can make me sound like a real hen. He'll like that. Oh, man, I can't wait to give a couple of them away. I just love, man, Todd Rupert is a heck of a guy. I just enjoy talking to him. There's certain people that you look forward to talking to, and he's one of them. Like Josh and Grant at Pure Whitetail, I just love watching their lives. They're funny. They're like a married couple. They bicker towards each other all the time. It's fun, you know. I just like that. Curtis, good morning, Happy New Year. Wishing you blessings in 23. Curtis, same to you, buddy. I hope you much success in 2023. Man. We're done. Hey, OCR 20. That gets you 20% off of Onyx. If you're going to get Onyx for 23, make sure you use that code OCR 20. That'll save you 20% off. I think that's it. I'm done. All right. On behalf of Andrew, Kara, and I want to thank you for listening to the show for 2022. May 2023 be a very blessed year for you. And we look forward to bringing the outdoors and a whole bunch of fun to you all year, God willing. Until then, Happy New Year, everybody, and we'll see you next week on 1350 ESPN. Don't forget to download that app, the Outdoor Call Radio app. Love ya. See you, everybody. All right, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate you. Be safe if you're going out tonight. If you need anything, let me know. And don't forget to start listening to the app on Mondays. We're going to have something special for you. You'll hear it. You'll know it when you hear it. I'll talk to you soon. If you need anything, let me know. Congratulations to all the winners, and we'll talk to you soon. See you, everybody.